except I did leave. It has been, today is Tuesday, so it's technically been 2 or 3 days since the last recorded one. I think I posted that one just earlier today, and when I checked, it had 0 views, which isn't surprising because I did not promote it in any way, shape, or form. I just kind of want to be consistent with it. Like I said in my last episode, Kobe inspired me to do this one. So, well, he inspired me to do a few things, just to follow some things that I want to do and kind of like stick with them and be consistent. So, this is my second recording and second recording consistently. So hopefully this actually sees the light of day. Going to the gym, I've been pretty consistent. I've gone, today's Tuesday. I've gone Monday and Tuesday. And then what else? Learning Spanish. Learning Spanish. I have a system. I'm trying to learn the most 1,000 most common Spanish words, and they say that if you know the 1,000 most Spanish words, I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. If you can learn those 1,000 words, excuse me, you can learn those 1,000 words, and they're saying you know about 80%, or you can have like 80% of the language. You could have like hold 80% of conversation like that. 80% of something. If you just know the common words, you can figure it out. So my goal is to do that, and I know how to pronunciate most words. Pronounce. I know how to say most words. I can talk in the present tense. Vocabulary is really where I struggle. I also really struggle with trying to understand Spanish speaking people because people that natively speak Spanish talk it very fast, and I can't understand that. So I've been trying to talk to some people that I work with, and hopefully be able to understand it. And just anytime when I'm looking up those 1,000 words, when I try not to like try and learn too many at a time, because what I do is I learn maybe like a few at a time, 4 or 5, and then I look up synonyms and antonyms for those words. So then that'll like increase my vocabulary for that, so I don't just have one way to say that, or maybe I'll be able to understand it when someone else says it a different way. That's going good so far. I don't really have like a measurement to say how good or bad I'm doing on that, but I feel like since Sunday I've done more words and I've spoken to people, so improvement in there. Like I said, I did this because of Kobe. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm using my iPad and I have to face unlock it, and I'm not gonna just go like this. But like I said, Kobe was what inspired me to be more consistent and be the best me I could be. So I would think it would only be best if I started off with Kobe related topics. So his wife, the Staples Center. I don't know exactly who. I think the wife asked for Vanessa asked for some stuff, or asked for some of the stuff in the more. I don't know if she asked for all the stuff or some of the stuff, but I know the Staples Center said it's been a week, so they were gonna take some of the stuff that like people left there, like for the memorial for him. They were gonna take it and they were gonna securely package it. And I know they said for the flowers that they're gonna distribute it across the town, so that it doesn't just like people's money doesn't go to waste and it kind of gives back to the town. I don't know what they're gonna do the rest of the stuff because I don't know how much of the stuff Vanessa's taking. I'm also curious what she's gonna do with the stuff. Like, is she gonna end up making a separate memorial or like bring everything to the funeral? Does she just not want other people to have access to it? Like, I'm really curious what she does with it. To me personally, I think like it's weird if she just keeps it for herself and doesn't do anything with it. Because those are all like some of those things are just like stuff that items that meant something to that particular person because of Kobe. Like someone gave up their shoes or their Kobe's, or something that Kobe signed. So I'm just curious to see what she's gonna do with that. I actually find it really weird if she makes a memorial or her memorial, like maybe at the funeral, all those items are there. Then I'd understand that. But I mean, maybe there's more to the story and I just don't know. But I'm confused. But we'll see where it goes. I mean, it's just a bunch of random stuff. I honestly don't know what they would have done with it anyways. Like, if she didn't decide to take some of the stuff, were they just gonna throw it out? Besides the flowers, were they gonna like distribute all the other random items? I don't know. What else? So speaking of Kobe, I was thinking about it, and some we're not even like his family or his close friends, or at least I'm not. And it kind of made me sad, but then it made me realize that like for people who are actually going through stuff and are going through a hard time, not just particularly death, but just if you're in a dark place mentally, this is easier said than done, and I recognize that because I too have been in a dark place before. But I hopefully this can reach out to someone. Just understand that if you can't finish your book if you keep rereading the same chapter. So I don't even really want it to sound that deep, but just really just means, and obviously it's easier said than done, but some things you just, if you stay stuck on something, if you for me personally, if I'm really sad for more than a day, then either something was really traumatic, or I'm allowing myself to be sad. Like I'm just like being sad to be sad. So sometimes I'll just sit there like, why am I still sad? Like, yeah, this sucks, but like some things are easier to get past than others. So obviously that's different for other people and it depends on the thing, but just to keep in mind that you can't move forward if you stay stuck on whatever's bothering you. So also because of that, that's also brings the thing like, don't don't run away from your problems. I know that's kind of like, you can't, that's like some people find running away from their problems is moving forward. Like when I say run away from your problems, it's not necessarily just don't think about them, but like, actually no, like you have to think of your problems. You have to actually accept, I'm feeling this way because of that, and address those feelings, maybe why those feelings, and depending on the situation, you have to address that. You won't get any closure, and I feel like you just need to, obviously in a safe way, and you're in a good mental spot for it. But just know that sometimes you just have to take in, allow whatever's happening. Sometimes you just gotta cry. Sometimes you just gotta accept, um, you and someone else broke up, or you and someone else won't be together. Someone has died. Like don't try to escape mentally. You just have to accept it, and once you do that, it'll help a little. If it's hard because everyone does it differently. I don't want to continue to just go on about that. I really want to move on to a happier note. So just if you're going through troubles, just hold on. Make sure you talk to someone. Don't harbor it, and just keep on keeping on. Let's see, what else do we got? The coronavirus. So on Sunday, I said that there was a case on in New York, and then shortly after I finished recording, I read an article that said there were two more cases on top of that other one that are possibly in New York. So I don't know any update on that. I know that my town put a statement out saying that as of right now, the virus isn't in New Jersey at all, and that I think they said that they consider it to be the possibility of really spreading right now in the states is low, because right now it's just been people who came from China. I'm gonna yawn. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was cute. Um, the death toll, I believe, as of 4 hours ago, was 490 people. So rest in peace to all those people, and hopefully those around them are taking good care of themselves and don't add to this. Um, I don't. Yeah, that was really the only update I had on that. I'm gonna keep uh updating little by little, just because of my past theory about the government and stuff. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I'm curious because this started in China. I think it's already had an effect on some tech businesses. But I know like a lot of stuff that we get is imported from China. Like I mean, a lot of stuff's like made in China. I don't. So I'm curious, like with a lot of things that the U.S. get from China, like just how we work with China for a bunch of things. I wonder if it's gonna get to a point where they're just not gonna ship stuff, or maybe like, I think their economy is already down. So maybe if you were into forex, maybe you would decide to start buying into them, since their stock is what their dollar per yen, whatever it is, their stock is down. Maybe you could do that, but I'm curious to see how it's going to affect the rest of the world, or at least the U.S., because that's all that really I need to know of right now. Oh, let's see. There was the Super Bowl happened. I didn't watch it. Um, Congrats to, I believe it was the Chiefs. I believe the Chiefs beat the 49ers. I know Black Twitter was very happy because I think Nick Bosa, there's some, I think he's a rookie. There's some kid that was on the 49ers that apparently was very pro Trump, and I think he may have, there was some racial controversial stuff that he either liked or tweeted, um, and Black Twitter wasn't for that, so there was like a video of him crying afterwards, and apparently just all the Black Twitter was happy. So he took that L. We took the W. Gang gang. I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch it. I heard the halftime performance was the best performance in a while. Old white people were very upset about it, complaining that this wasn't family friendly. And but then at the same time, I know last year, I think it was Maroon Five last year, and Adam Levine was shirtless for the majority of the time. So I don't know if it's just like a sexist thing, like, oh, we can see half a dude's body, but we can't see half a woman's body. So I don't know. I feel like people just like to complain about stuff, or most people were saying it's just because it's a non-white person, which could be the case. I kind of just didn't care to pay attention to this, and I haven't really been looking that far into these old white people complaining. Besides that, there was, I think I'm assuming the baby peanut commercial came from this. I didn't watch it. I saw the peanut death though. What it was, there was a Google commercial. I did see that one. Loretta. That was very depressing. If you if you get the chance, you should go and see that one. I'm really working hard on not trying to say I already know I said it in like 20 times already. I'm really trying hard not to say it now. So if I have like a small pause, it's because I was about to say it, but I'm trying not to say it. But so yeah, the Loretta commercial, very depressing. It's about somewhat this old male using Google to like set reminders for himself because his wife passed away. I don't remember if they gave the cause of death, but he was just saying, "Remind me." Well, one thing was like, "Remind me I'm the luckiest man in the world. Remind me that she liked this. Remind me that she did that." And it's just really heart touching, and it's very saddening. Like some people cried. I almost teared, but I refused to cry at a Google commercial. Was there anything? I think they showed. Oh, they. I don't know if this originally was from the Super Bowl, but I did see. Sorry, I know I said it. Disney Plus. Their shows. WandaVision, Loki, and this the is it the Falcon and the Winter Soldier? So wow, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Jeez. There was a trailer for that. I think it was 30 seconds for all three of them together. I'm excited for everything except WandaVision. It just looks weird to me. Someone said that it looks supposed to be like a sitcom kind of thing. It just looks weird, and I don't like it. Or the way the mood that the trailer set was more action packed. So at least that's how I perceived it. So it was more action packed, and the WandaVision didn't really have any action in it. It made it look like an old sitcom or like an old show. So as of right now, I'm not really excited to see that. I also don't remember the dates they put out for it. But I wait, I see, I watch when it comes out. Transitioning to music, I don't really have a lot for music. Oh, for the Lil Wayne album, I listened to a few more songs. I just don't like it. It's just maybe I just, like I said, I just don't like that old music anymore. It just felt out of touch to me. I need some more. Actually, no, that's just it. I just don't like it. I don't have any excuses for it. It's just not for me. Hopefully he wins some awards. I don't know if that was Funeral because it was his last one, but it just wasn't for me. I've liked other Lil Wayne. Maybe it was also because it was too big. Kind of don't want, like, I don't even know how people listen to an entire Chris Brown album. His last two albums have like 40 plus songs. Really, I just need a minimum of 12, and for me, like a max of like max 16. 14 I'll take. 14 is good, but like 16 max. Anything else you could probably, because then once you have so many songs, it's like I'm listening to it and I'm just thinking, if you took these 4 songs out, then you would have been golden, but you left them in, so now it fucks up my songs I like to songs I don't like ratio. Sorry again, excuse me. Oh man, I'm sorry. All right, we're back. So from Lil Wayne, there was a Drake. I listened to the Drake and Future leak for Desire. I liked Drake's part. I didn't like Future's part. That's also how I felt though for, what was their other song? There was a song they recently dropped. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. I was trying to play the song in my head, but I just can't. I'm drawing a blank. But the last song they dropped, I liked Drake's part, and I'm just not a Future fan. I'm not like trap, so I just didn't like his part. But then for this one, to me, just the flow didn't sound as good, or like there's just something like sonically I just didn't like about it. So, but it made me realize that I feel like we're in a time where I'm in a time where I need Drake to be on features, and I actually really need like Future for me is saving Drake, and just for my ears. So this might sound stupid, but hear me out. So Drake is kind of like surpassed just rap because I don't the last like rap album he had was Nothing Was the Same, and then after that is when he kind of started like all the memes started happening like um just when he started trying like different genres of rap from like different regions of the world. So I feel like the last thing we heard from him besides these two future verses or features is War, and that kind of had the same vibe to it that what was that whatever his playlist was More Life. So I'm kind of like it's nice, but I really just want rap Drake. I just want rap pop and some R&B hits. I to me I feel like having an American artist with him kind of grounds him to I have to match your sound or we have to match each other's sound, and Future isn't gonna to I don't think Future's going to try and do something that like sound like an islander. So I feel like it helps keep him grounded and just rap. So I personally need it because I just miss rapping Drake. Like I just need him on features. Honestly, I need What a Time to Be Alive too, and I wouldn't mind hearing a Drake and Chris feature now that or not feature, but like joint project. If I can get an album of just like hits, like No Guidance, I'd be happy. I still love that song even though it's not summer anymore. That and hearing Jerry Sprunger, which isn't related to Drake at all, but lately just my when I'm in the gym, my radio, I'm old. My YouTube music will just play them back to back, and I'm just like, let's see what else do we have. And kind of like music related. It's not actually music related, but they're people music. The world was all sorts of fucked up about G-Eazy and Meg, and I didn't understand why, and I still kind of don't. So I asked a few people, and the majority of people just told me it's because he's white and they don't want Meg or just like a famous black woman to be dating a white person. Like they should be dating someone within like their race or just a person of color. Because basically they're just saying like f white people. To be honest, I just don't care for that mindset. So I was literally just looking for reasons. I was like, I genuinely want to understand why other like what is your reasoning for having a problem with this? And I just kept getting that answer. And then finally, one person told me that what did she say? She said that he is just not a good person and he's been in two celebrity relationships and they both said that he was abusive and he just wasn't a good fit. So that reason I'll take. And she was just saying that Meg deserved better, and I was like, oh, well, I thanked them for giving me a legitimate answer. They were like, yeah, but also because he's white, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna discredit everything you said, but I just don't. I think it doesn't make sense to me. I just think it's weird. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's weird. I definitely think it's not necessary. Just if she also ended up coming out the next day tweeting saying that she's not fucking G-Eazy. So everyone was happy after that. I assume I just didn't care to look. I just don't see why it's that big of a deal. As long as she's happy and he's happy, then it shouldn't be a problem. Especially for a bunch of people who wouldn't have a chance with her. That's just my opinion. Got nothing else on it. Only other thing I have is basketball related. Kyrie was injured for the Nets. He was out for a week or two. Apparently, what's today? Today's Tuesday. They're trying to. I've heard they're trying to make moves by Thursday for the deadline. If they do, I hope they don't touch the core. Honestly, Joe Harris, I'm kind of iffy about. They can maybe trade him. Besides that, Tarion Prince or Garrett Temple they could take if we can get a good piece. But definitely don't touch Jared Allen. Definitely don't take Karras. Although Karras has kind of been ass since his injury, but he played really good the last game we just won. I think that was the Suns. Spence, please don't fucking touch him. I'm sure we can get great pieces for all these people, but please do not touch them. Let's see who else. I don't know who else is on my team off the top of my head. They could get rid of. Hold on. Let's see. They could get rid of Rodion because I don't think he's done much for us lately. Um, that's all I got. Just we'll see what happens. Hopefully, those three people I said before, maybe four if you can include Rodion. Hopefully, they only touch them. Knicks on the other side of New York, they fired their president of basketball operations, Steve Mills, I believe his name is. I still don't know what they're gonna do because they're just not a good team. They can maybe make some moves before Thursday. I'm really waiting for like a bunch of Wolves bombs, and it usually happens on Thursday. But I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if a lot happens. Good luck if you're a Knicks fan. Good luck if you're a Nets fan because we both need it. Knicks need it more, but fuck them. They could continue to there. We're showing progress, so give us some help. There was some drama on the Grizzlies. Some younger player, no. So it started with Andre Iguodala. He reported that if he does not, his team or camp reported that if he's not, if they don't find a trade for him by Thursday, then he just won't be playing. He'll basically sit out the season, and the team agreed with that, and they were like, cool. And then one of the youngins on the team said, yo, I can't wait for us to trade him so we can play against him and show him what we're about. And John Morant retweeted that with the yelling emoji, basically saying like, I back that up. From there, Steph posted a pic on Instagram with Iggy holding the championship, and I think he put the quiet emoji. And then Rachel Nichols, who's an analyst, or she's on ESPN, NBA on ESPN. She's on some show. The Jump, maybe. Either way, she was saying how Steph called, like how Steph just wasn't now in this argument, like he said something, or he basically he included himself in it. And Ja Morant, wow, Ja Morant, I just can't speak. Ja Morant then posted another thing. No, he replied to what Rachel said with Kevin Durant holding the trophy. So to me, I read that as Iggy only held the trophy because KD was there. Was he? I don't know if that's true. I'm pretty sure Kevin only came for the last two. I think they won one without him. I don't know if Iggy was there for that one though. So I really don't know what if that's true. Then I don't know what Ja was trying to say. I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. I think they're doing fine without him. So just keep on doing you, youngin. That's all I really have. I don't think I'm not gonna search to see if anything else came out while I was doing this. Hopefully this comes out. If I can get these out 2 days after recording them, preferably the next day, because I record these at night, I would be ecstatic. And hopefully, if I can get one view, then that'd be great. But like I said, I still kind of work on things. I kind of want to make an intro, or at least find an intro, figure out something I would like. I would love a logo. There's things, little things that I want to do that I don't know how to do, or I wouldn't know how to do. I really, right now, just off of the most recent paycheck, I'm broke, fi broke. So, finding an outside resource and paying for these would probably end up being the solution to this, since I don't really have that great artistic ability. But I'm broke, fi broke. So, got nothing else. I'm just gonna bid you guys a good night or good day, whatever time you decide to listen to this. And all right, thanks, bye.